I was walking, like I felt tired. So I was like, oh shit, I better go to bed. I was walking down the hall and I was literally falling down into like almost hitting the wall and stuff.
That's a powerful sleeping pill.
Was it Ambien?
I've had
Because
Ambien.
I have no clue.
me, I drove around and tried to fight
You were
Josiah like 3
drinking.
times. Yeah, I know, but I was always drinking. Like
Yes,
for
but
for a decade, I was never not drinking. So
that's like
it would have been weirder if I didn't drink. Like,
you probably just want to sleep.
oh, maybe I probably wouldn't have gotten so pissed at my roommate. He owed me money.
I hate that.
I
When someone
know.
like owes you money and you have to ask them for it.
Or yeah, that's what I was doing.
Uh, I don't owe people money.
Mm.
I show up with the cash up
Yeah,
front.
and I'd actually rather be owed money than owe money.
I
Yeah, I'd
mean,
rather be owed money too.
it sucks. I've never actually had a problem with my friends paying me back, which I'm thankful for. One of them,
I have.
one of them said he was out of work for a while because he like injured his back or something. But I heard that he was still spending money on other shit that was not paying me back. But whatever, I gave him a pass because he really was injured, and he did end up paying me.
I mean, kind of, yeah. About as better as it's gonna get right now. You can keep writing it, or you can go off because you're not even better anymore. I want. Oh
Laurie,
Yes.
the drama people are gone now. Would you mind telling what actually happened with Nick?
Um,
Yeah, I actually have no
I'm not
idea.
I'm
I
not gonna
wasn't
start
listening.
anything. I was just wondering what it was.
I felt like some of you guys were here, I thought.
I was kind of saying shit, but I really don't know. I didn't even actually was said.
Was it just now?
Well, no, it was like there was like one day when we were on cam, and I know like
Yeah.
Kato was here, and or no,
Oh,
Kato wasn't here. Maybe he was, but he was just like muted and off camera or whatever. But
so this
Nick
was
was
started
like,
on another day.
"What?" Yeah, it was the train thing. That's correct.
What thing was that?
He was like asking me if he could fuck me. And then I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't even respond. But then he started like going into detail about like how he wanted to fuck me. And then Kato was saying that he wanted to like double gang me or something like that, like Eiffel Tower or something. And
Oh,
it
they
just
were.
pissed me off.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking retarded.
And it was just like 30 minutes after all that shit happened where that girl was talking about how how did you just get on camera twice? Or is my screen fucked up?
Oh, it's his internet.
Yeah, I'm having really spotty Wi-Fi lately. I
Oh.
think we're gonna have to rework our network here.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes after the girl had got on here that was talking about how she was talking about how they met at the hotel, and then she was talking about what he said to her response to him saying what he said to her.
Oh, the drama night. I wasn't paying attention. I was like sorta listening for a while, and then I stopped listening.
Yeah, she doesn't have the background
Yeah,
to
I
any of
know.
Oh,
this.
well, I haven't even
I
been
mean,
here
you
that
don't really
long. I heard
either. I
all
mean,
that in one day.
but yeah, you got the whole story eventually.
Anyway,
I just
It's
think he's
just
a shitty
ridiculous.
person, to be honest.
He's really good at pretending to be nice, though.
I don't think so. And then like also like I just feel like he just like needs attention, like whether it's good or bad, he just wants it. So it's like when he was talking to me and I stopped responding, it was like that's whenever he started saying all that other shit, and I was just like, yo, like you just want some attention, like whether it's good or bad. Like,
Mm. But really, he's just a dude who needs to work on himself.
He doesn't know much about anybody else's FI, let alone his own.
Yeah. I don't think
I don't
he
know
meant
about
it.
my
but-
own FI.
The problem I have, actually, my own FI is probably what I know least about out of all things.
Guys, I don't even know what mine is.
You don't know what
I
type.
mean, I think, well, she got INTJ from a test, which I can see that. In which case, you'd have it in your function stack or whatever, but it wouldn't be like something you're particularly good at or good with or comfortable with.
It's my number one.
Yeah, but it was really unnecessary what happened there, trying to pick it up just to start a fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, what did he expect me to say? Like, oh yeah, of course you can.
I think it was more that Courtney's annoyed with Nick, and she just wanted to start something.
Well, yeah, she's been at like, and that's one thing that really pissed me off because I started to say something, but she messaged me on chat, I think it was yesterday, and said, because like, okay, remember the day before yesterday, she was like, does anybody have a problem with Nick? Do you remember? And she asked everybody.
And was that the same night when they argued for 4 hours?
Yeah, and it was like, Courtney, the only reason that you're taking up for him is because he fucked over the girl that you just got into a big fight with. You know?
Who?
I couldn't see. There was one girl, she was on camera, and the other one just had a picture, and then she eventually just got off. But
She's down there. She's talking.
the only reason that she was doing that, I felt like, was because it was just like, just because he got into that argument with her. So then she messaged me on Messenger and was like, the girl who's in chat right now doesn't like Nick, so she said let's like talk about him or something. I can't remember.
She was like, do people
Nick.
only hate Nick when he's in the room?
And
because he's here now.
Earlier also.
So
what?
So she has been kinda anti-Nick for a while. But Lori,
So
whatever,
weird.
just
And then like, yeah, and then like she was saying like, oh, let's ask him or whatever. And I said no, because he feeds off attention and I'm not going to give it to him. And so she was like, oh, well, the girl in chat right now doesn't like him either. I don't know, dude. Let me look at the messages.
Yeah, it's basically just a lot of crap and none of the sides are right.
She just really wanted to start that, and it's just like, she goes, I want to ask everyone's opinion.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb as fuck. Nobody cares. They can have their little drama. It's not our problem.
She goes, come into chat and talk about it. And she goes, I'm pretty sure everyone in here hates Nick right now. LOL.
No.
Then she says, Lightbulb really hates Nick. Hee hee. Let's talk about Nick. Hee hee. Like, she just kept saying it over and over. I'm just like, no, dude, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I told you that 5 fucking times. And then whenever I get in here, she fucking did it anyways. That's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Unnecessary. Not your problem. Well, it did say something dumb to you, but I don't think you would have any problems if you called him out on it, because
exactly. Like, my whole thing is, like, I'm not like Courtney. Like, I'm not going to let something build up and then make a huge scene of it out of nowhere whenever I'm having a bad day and one person says one little thing and I take it off the wrong way.
Yeah.
She does that shit all the time, and it's like, you don't realize it, but that makes you look really fucking crazy.
Yeah, but Lori, I think you should say something at the time when Courtney is not here. then you can have a proper discussion about it and an understanding that
What
was
do you
a bad
mean?
thing he did.
To
Like-
Nick or to Courtney?
Yeah, to Nick, about the train thing, because that was really
I
disrespectful.
think
I
he
said
already
something to him as soon as he said it.
okay.
Okay.
Admitted that it was disrespectful and
Then
that he
he-
shouldn't have done it.
Oh, so it's just
I
picking
mean,
up old crap
yeah.
again. Why can't people just be done with shit?
So you apologized for it like at the time?
No.
Like when he said
Well-
that to me, I literally like went off.
Oh, so it was kind of taken care of right then.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Courtney's the type of person who she like wants like everybody to gang up on somebody, or she just waits until like something's been bubbling up inside of her for so long and then she tries to take it out all at once, and it's just like, dude, you should have just addressed the issue right then and there, because now you look crazy. Like nobody remembers, nobody took it as hard as you did, and nobody's thinking about it that hard. That's what I think. We just have different personalities when it comes like to that shit.
Who?
Who are we talking
Me
about?
and Courtney.
Courtney? No, she's not. I don't think she is anymore.
We've had that big discussion.
Yeah, we've had it. No one can type her.
Like,
But
what, you don't think Courtney's INTP?
I don't know.
Oh, someone
No.
said it at one point, so
We
I
used
don't
to
know.
be roommates, and
really?
like we did really good at roommates or whatever.
I mean,
But it was just like
I
don't know how
used to have a
explain it.
problem with like holding grudges, but like I haven't in a long time. And
She just bottles stuff up, and it won't
I
even
do
just
like-
be from one person. It'll be from like other people too. But it just depends on how long it's been bottled up. That like someone finally says something.
yeah, I bottle things up too, but like I deal with it in other ways, like, you know, doing drugs or otherwise not unloading it on new people.
She'll
Or-
unload it on somebody, and it's just freaking.
Yeah. I try not to unload my crap on people.
Well, there for a bit after the whole, when actually Taylor accused her of not being INTP. Shit, man, every time he got on there, I mean, she would jump
Like
right
basically, I'd rather just hate myself than get angry at somebody else. It's way easier.
I can't stay mad for that.
I would just rather tell people when I feel like they've done something to like personally offend me. Like, I mean, if it's like really offensive, you know what I mean?
I don't really know what it's like to get offended. That's the thing.
I mean, there's certain things like you can take that's
Like,
not really not
I'm gonna
that
be
big of a
honest
deal.
with you, Lori. Like, you probably don't feel the same way, but I think that being offended is an actual conscious decision that you have to make.
I know. I've heard people say that
Yeah.
before.
Like,
But
I never choose to
honestly,
make that decision.
No, but
It's
she
like,
can
if I
exercise
piss
her right to
someone
be
off-
offended. Like,
if I piss someone off and they say something like in reaction to me pissing them off, I totally get that. But like, if you're just like disrespectful, like that, like that's just disgusting to me. And then honestly, just I don't really vibe with his personality, period. Like the whole thing
Yeah.
he does, you know? It's just
Yeah.
like
I get
I've
you.
literally said this once, but I said I just feel like I hear him talking, but like I said, what did I say? I was like, I feel like his insecurities are so loud that I can't really hear anything he's saying.
I think you got the worst first impression of him ever. Like
Every
the fir-
time I've gotten on here, like I just keep freaking it. Like I experience it over and over.
Yeah, but like he tried flirting with you and he got nothing, and he would not stop.
Yeah.
I almost felt bad for him.
That was kind of awkward, but
And so that's
again,
why,
it
to me,
didn't
like I was
surprise
just
me
like,
much.
you're just desperate for me to respond to you, so let me respond to you. Because it was just really starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
Plus, like his whole ideal of flirting is just.
It's a special little snowflake.
At this point, he gets
Dude, he totally respects women, though. He totally
What the
Totally
fuck
some
ever?
perfect. He's a